Hello, guys, and welcome to Odds League and Matchday 24. And we have Alain Valnegri, who nailed the ACCA, the safe bet, a 9 out of 10 in the last video. This is an all-time record in Oddspedia. It's like having a crystal ball. Alain Valnegri, welcome.
Hello, Edu. Hello. My crystal ball is broken today.
No. Take it.
It's a joke.
From
It's
the...
a joke. We try. Every week is different. We had a 100%. We stand about 10 one time. Sometimes it's 5. Every week is different, like the life, Edu.
Exactly. Well, we will try our best, but people who followed you last week, for sure, they made a lot of money. Alain, let's go with the video, guys. Remember to leave your comments, ask any question to Alain Valnegri, and of course, press the like and subscribe. Now, let's go on with the show. First game we have to analyze is on Friday, Auxerre Lyon, with Lyon finally getting good results, 10 out of the last 12 points. The last victory was against Lens, a good one, and they are playing against one of the worst teams in the Ligue 1, Auxerre, as you predicted, between two teams that are very bad, Auxerre and Angers. The draw was a good option. Alain, is that good Cherki, by the way, from Lyon, a player that everyone is talking about him?
Yes. He's wonderful player in the offensive phase. A typical player, dominant in the 1 versus 1, a lot of creativity. He started really young because it was 16 years old, and people maybe wait so much or ask so much to him, but now we start to have continuity. You saw the density in the game. Maybe 6 months ago he was a player for some moment, but now we start to see Cherki with continuity. In a game, he move more without the ball. Wonderful potential. Now we hope he can be grow, and he can bring Lyon in European competition.
Important. And for this game, Alain, do you like these odds, 1.8 to back Lyon away?
But the odds reflect the difference between both teams. Auxerre is the second worst team in the last 5 games in Ligue 1. They have especially problem with the goal, because in some games the defense was solid and can be defend well. Now Lyon, in my opinion, Lyon needed, and I said you last week, Argo, Lyon needed a game reference, and I think that the game against the victory against Lens is the game reference to start to build the eternal continuity the team search. And in my opinion, I see a very good Lyon against Lens. Now the confirmation is a very good opportunity to go to play against a team in crisis, a team without identity, a team really young and miss experience in some moment in the game in Ligue 1. Yes, I choose Lyon winning because I see Lyon have continuity Friday in Bourgogne.
All right, Lyon to win on Saturday. We have a good one. Nice Reims, because both teams are really in form. Nice already looking into European competitions. They beat Ajaccio, 4 consecutive victories, only 1 goal conceded, so everything is very positive. And Reims, Alain, the run is now 15 unbeaten games for Reims. The last one was an easy victory 4-0 against Troyes.
Yes, yeah, we have in my opinion, the team most in form in Ligue 1 because the schedule was really hard with Ligue, the new manager of Nice, and Nice is brilliant in every phase of the game because they concede one goal. You said that, right? And after they start to unlock his offensive talent. We saw people from the bench make difference, like Bilal Brahimi, 3 goals in the two last game in only 60 minutes play is a very impact statistic. And now there will be found a team who defend really well, but in the last weeks we saw an improvement, especially in offensive production, especially in the mentality in the game. They are not so conservative, but take more risk in the game, and that is reflect in the statistic about Stade de Reims start to score a lot. You see that against Troyes, you see that against Lorient, but now maybe away there must to have that mentality and go forward and start to improve here goal average when they played away. For that game, I choose a risky odds if we analyze all the season, but the last 5 games give me something more about both teams. And I think in the second part of the season we will be see goals when Nice and Stade de Reims is playing. I choose the over 2.70. No, both teams to score. Sorry, 1.93 because I think both teams have the potential to score Saturday.
All right, good game in the Allianz Rivière with both teams to score, according to Alain Valnegri. And on Saturday, we have a scary game, Strasbourg-Angers, both teams in relegation spots. We know that Angers, they've been awful the whole season. They drew at least the last 2 games, but Strasbourg, Alain, this is a must win for the team in Alsace. The last game at Lamennais was the first victory at home this season, was against Montpellier.
Yes. Strasbourg played a very bad first half in Lille, and they lose the game in the first half. And in Lille is something really frequently this season. Now Strasbourg need to winning, yes or yes. There are actually team in Ligue 2. The classification is short. They have the first team up with 1 point more, and the salvation of Strasbourg pass from the Lamennais because it's something really strange because historically Strasbourg is strong at home. Is a good opportunity for Strasbourg against the bottom team of the Ligue 1, Angers. But Angers in the last games we saw an improvement in the content, not in the results because the team follow like bottom in Ligue 1, but they made a very good game against Nantes. They lose in penalty in Coupe de France. They made a very good game in Lorient and they deserve a win that game. But Sunday we see again Angers fell down against Auxerre in the team the game who nobody wanna lose, but everybody need to win. It was a draw. I think Strasbourg now have something more, especially in the motivation, especially in the psychological part, especially because they played at home. But warning, because in Coupe de France, Angers won in Strasbourg, but it was with Stéphane. It was a different context. In my opinion, Strasbourg winning also really interesting, 1.995.
Indeed, very interesting. I remember you back in also Strasbourg to beat Montpellier, for instance, and it was correct. With Strasbourg, they must win this one to get out of the bottom four. For the games on Sunday, of course, the best game we have in Ligue this weekend is PSG Lille, much more interesting with PSG in crisis, 3 consecutive defeats, playing really badly in the Champions League as well in the first half, especially without Mbappe. There is no party in PSG. We know that there are problems in the dressing room, even with Luis Campos going down and arguing with Neymar and Marquinhos, Alain, and this is a tricky game because Lille, they can be dangerous. They are in good form, only 1 defeat in the last 10. Be careful with this game for PSG.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Why? Yes, because Paris is in his worst moment in the season. But yesterday, in the last 20 minutes, we saw the factor Mbappe. With Mbappe and without Mbappe is another team, because they suffered a lot yesterday against Bayern Munich during 70 minutes. But when Mbappe start to play, the things change, because he give to the team the verticality who doesn't found during the game without Mbappe. We saw that in the last weeks, and in the motivation aspect too. We saw a different team when Kylian Mbappe is on the field. I don't remember an odds so high for a PSG home game in the last seasons. I think it is really high. PSG need to win. I think we will see the PSG about the last 20 minutes yesterday. There will be have the needed motivation. It's true, Lille made every time very good game in the last season when they're playing Paris. But away, I miss something with the LOSC this season, and I think Paris need to win. Yes or yes, because if they doesn't win this game, I think we can start to speak about Galtier out in the bench, because with this squad, without Mbappe, you can't play with that mentality. Is a problem of mentality. It's not technical. Maybe tactical. We see a defense really weak. But yesterday, they show when they want to play a serious game in the defensive phase, we see a serious team. And yesterday, Bayern won without a lot of finalization, without a lot of presence in area of Paris Saint-Germain. For this game, Paris Saint-Germain winning, odds 1.73.
All right. Well, it will be the apocalypse, I guess, in Paris if they are out again in the Champions League in the last 16. But we have to wait 3 weeks. This one is tricky. We have Jose Miguel telling us that he's going for a double chance for Lille.
It's possible.
It's possible, yeah. Thinking about a surprise, but PSG, they have also to play better without Mbappe, and especially players like Neymar, or Messi, that they were not good in the Champions League. And a team that was able to beat PSG recently is Monaco, playing away in Brest. Monaco in really good form is another team playing in Europe. They have to play Thursday. Let's see how this affects the team. But so far, 6 victories in the last 8 games. As I said, really in form. This one against Brest, a team that is drawing a lot. Alain, they lost to Montpellier 3-0, but 4 draws in the last 6 games for Brest.
Yes, Montpellier-Brest was the only game I lose last weekend. It was my nightmare this season. 2 games, 6 points, 10 goals scored, and 0 received. Means it's a statistical from Paris Saint-Germain, not from Montpellier. Anyway, Brest is not the image of the team we saw in Montpellier. The game is really hard because Monaco is the best team in point in the last 5 games in Ligue. We see a team really mature in this moment of the season against Paris Saint-Germain. We remember a little the Monaco who was champions 3 years ago when they quit the title to the Paris Saint-Germain. Is growing. Monaco have a team with a clear identity. Right now is that from the beginning of the season we saw Monaco with a lot of problem, especially in the continuity. They lose easy game, they won or they draw a really hard game. And the question was, who is Monaco? Who is Monaco? Who is the top from this team? But now the top is to qualify to Champions League. And they have the potential, they have the squad, because they have the quantity in the squad and quality mixed, really interesting. Young player mixed with player with experience like Ben Yedder, who never stopped to score. I think Ben Yedder will be scoring the next 50 years, Edu. He have the goal in the blood. And right now in Brest, it can be a difficult game for Monaco, but Monaco feel really comfortable with team like Brest, really with the block low, with a direct play, a direct football. They had that ability to adapt the game for dominate the game. I see Monaco follow this trick. I think the game in Leverkusen doesn't have an impact because they have the squad to make turnover. Monaco winning 1.86.
Okay, you trust Monaco. They lost last season in Brest, by the way. Well,
Yes.
next game, Lorient Ajaccio. Difficult to trust these teams. We have Ajaccio getting defeat after defeat after defeat, 6 defeats in the last 7 games. And also we have Lorient falling in the table, Alain, with only 1 victory in the last 7 games. The last game was a defeat in Nantes.
They have difficulty with the goal, with they lose Mofi and Ouattara. 2 of the 3 strikers made the difference from the beginning of the season. In Nantes, it was a derby. We follow to see a Lorient with ambition, with Lorient without complex, and they have the ball to catch the draw in the last second in the game. Now Ajaccio is in his worst moment in the season because they lose his strengthness. It was the defense, and the average of goal received is so high right now to wait and to pretend to catch point in Ligue 1. I am surprised with the hot, because we know the difficulty about Lorient when they play outside, especially with the game against the team of the middle of the table. And I think Lorient will be winning this game, because in the content, Lorient have continuity. It is not a team change a lot. It's not a surprise. Lorient have the idea really clear in Lorient. It's a good moment to follow to back to a victory. I think Lorient winning odds really interesting, 2.15.
Okay, Jose Miguel is also going for Lorient. We stay in Bretagne, close by, nearby. We have Rennes, and next game is Rennes-Clermont, also playing in Europe. Rennes against Shakhtar on Thursday, not in form, lost 3 out of the last 4. Usually, we trust them when they are playing at home, Alain, but they lost the last one against Lille in Rosenpark. They are out of form, as I said. Could be dangerous this game against Clermont.
Yes, they lose against Lille, but Rennes is actually the best local team. When they play at home, is the team with more point, only to defeat in the first journey against Lorient and in the last game against Lille. What is the problem? we know the problem when they're played away, especially in terms of personality, of term of intensity, in terms of they have a lot of difficulties to win the second ball, the duel. That this game, when do you need something more in the character perspective, not that academic play like have Rennes suffered the injury about Terrier. They lose his best striker in terms of goals. When they play at home, normally we see goals in Rennes. They have a really high average of goal at home. Clermont away, I think they catch good results, but in the last weeks we saw the worst version of Clermont. Is 5 games, I think, or 4 games. They score. They're not score, and that one is a problem. Now is a good opportunity to Rennes to win a game again, to win with goals again, and is a good opportunity to Clermont to unlock that problem with the goals they have in the last games, because Rennes concede a lot, especially in transition. We see that in Toulouse it was a butchery in the first half, with a frequency to attack in transition from Toulouse really high. Now, normally the odds about the over 2.5 goals in Rennes are really poor. In this case is really high, and I choose over 2.75 goals, 2.26.
Look, Alain, we are seeing right now on the screen actually the stats for Rennes, and over 2.5 goals.
Yes.
74% of the games were over. Is the highest in the Ligue 1. Also, both teams to score. So, backing your tip, we have the stats in the Oddspedia website, and it could be a good choice going for an over in this game. Perhaps also we see goals in the next one, because we have Troyes Montpellier, because Troyes, they've been awful. They are conceding a lot of goals, 11 goals conceded in the last 3 games, only 1 point in the last 7 games, so about to fall into relegation. And Montpellier, they got a key victory against Brest in the last game. Surprisingly, we have Troyes slightly favorite for this game.
Yes, Troyes is, in my opinion, the worst team actually in Ligue 1. In terms of point, in terms of game, yes, especially in terms of defense. They concede a lot. The new manager have a lot of good idea, but it doesn't enter in the brain of the player, and that one is a risk. Is a risk, because Troyes is fighting against relegation. The last 5 games, only 1 point, if I remember well, and Montpellier is like Russian mountains. We see very good Montpellier in some games. After there are 3-4 games really bad. He pass a lot with the young team. Montpellier is a young team. The victory against Brest are really important for the confidence to the team. And now I think that they are more relaxed respect to Troyes. Troyes must to attack in this game. Troyes must to save minimal 1 point in this game. It means Montpellier will have space during the game, and I choose both teams to score 1.73. Troyes is a team, probably the team with the highest odds about both teams to score. They have some problem at the beginning of January, but now is still be the team with a lot of probability with both teams to score. 1.73 for Troyes Montpellier for the both teams to score.
We can see also this is the thing with more times both teams to score in Ligue 1, so it's good to back them. 78% of their games ended in both teams to score for Troyes. We have two more games. Next one, Lens Nantes. Nantes, they have an interesting game on Thursday. I guess the fans are looking forward to watching their team in the Juventus Stadium, especially because now Nantes, they are recovered in Ligue 1, back-to-back victories. They are far from the danger, and they have to go to Lens out of the Champions League spots after so many weeks in the top three. They are in a bad run, Alain, with 2 draws and 2 defeats in the last 4 games.
Yes, and they lose point at home. With Rennes was the best local team. If I don't remember bad, it was 10 victory at home, but in the last 2 games they start to lose point at home. In Lyon, we see a Lens, a good Lens with good physical condition, but a Lens with loose quality in the last 30 meters. I think the image is Seko Fofana, dominant midfielder from the beginning of the season, and when Fofana start to lose a little in his efficiency in the last 30 meters, the team suffer. The team suffer. Now, not respect to Monaco, the squad is different. And we see that from the beginning of the season. Remember, Edu, when Nantes was playing in Europe, Nantes was fighting against relegation with a very good 11 start. But after in the bench, it's a little limited. And the game of the season is Thursday against Juve. And this game against Lens, I think the grade of motivation between both teams are really marked. Lens need to win. Lens deserve sensation feeling in Lyon, but they miss something in the 30 last meter. I think against Nantes there will be recover the victory at home. The odds are not really high, but is like I said the grade of motivation are really marked. Lens winning 1.63.
All right, and the last game is Toulouse. Marseille, 2 of the best teams in the last weeks in Ligue 1. Toulouse, they are in great form. Only 1 defeat in 2023 was in Paris. 8 victories and 1 draw recently, so the numbers are amazing. This is a tough test for Marseille. Alain, I don't know if people in Marseille, they believe they can fight for the title. They are only 5 points away from PSG.
It's normal. It's normal because the team are run really well. That doesn't have European competition. They won against Paris Saint-Germain 30 years after in Coupe de France, 11 years after in Ligue 1. The atmosphere in Marseille are pretty good right now. Toulouse is curious because Toulouse, when they lose 6-1 in Marseille, after the World Cup, we see something different about Toulouse in the maturity, in the management of the game, and the result reflect that. I said Toulouse is one of the team with the highest frequency, with over 1.5 goals. Is near to Troyes, about the over 2.5 goals, especially when they played at home. We had the confirmation against Stade de Rennes. Marseille will be found the space in the game who the team need to attack. I think is the most attractive game about this journey in Ligue 1 in terms of goal expected, and with the reason will behave that game. I choose over 2.75 goals in Toulouse, over 1.76.
Well, Jose Miguel is telling us that he's going for the Asian Handicap 0 for Marcel back in Shanghai. Igor Tudor's team. Guys, take notes, because Alain Valnegri was correct last week. He made his choices for this match day. And now, Alain, it's time for the safe bet first.
The safe bet, Strasbourg, Angers, over 1.75 goals, odds 1.44.
All right. And your ACCA last week, I think you nailed was 18.0 or something like this. Really, really high odds.
No,
for
13.
your ACCA.
13. Only 13.
Well, only. Really high odds,
Okay.
10 euros, and you get 130. Not bad. Let's try another one.
ACCA, Nice, Reims, over 1.5 goals. Rennes, Clermont, over 2.75 goals. Brest, Monaco, 2. And Toulouse, OM, over 1.75 goals for a total 7.43.
Goals in your ACCA. Alain Valnegri, thank you very much. Thanks everyone for watching. Just don't forget, as always, to press the like and subscribe. See you next week, Alain. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.